So tantric sex is a phrase that many people will have heard of. And I think you've alluded to a perspective on what tantric sex is as opposed to maybe more conventional sex. This sense of two expressions of consciousness unfolding together, dancing with each other spontaneously, as distinct from two people coming together with a goal in mind, whether that to achieve an orgasm for themselves or to give an orgasm to someone else. Could you elaborate a little bit more on how practically people can experience tantric and what tantric sex and how you would kind of guide them on tantric sex?
Yeah. So I would encourage in the first instance that there is a seatedness of the unique individual, the self, within oneself first. And so if there's a desire for two individuals to explore and awaken and invite what can be awoken by coming into this dance together, first exercise that being seated as presence within your own being. Find your own essence. Know your own essence by being fully at home within yourself, fully in the stillness, in the silence, disentangled from the mind, from the conditions. Your own fragrance begins to emerge. And when you are ready in that space of such self-surrender, self-presence and openness and acceptance, and that fragrance begins to emerge, there's a vibrational energy that is stimulated and activated because it's our authentic expression that propels that interrelational dance. That's what makes it most alive. The freedom and the authenticity of being truly you is when you are most alight. And so that dance of polarities is most active in you then. And ultimately, the quest for two individuals to come together in that shared exploration of a sexual experience is for that polarity to be most alight, to be most awoken in yourself as an individual, that you can then have that dance together. So in having established that state of presence, and your fragrance emerges, and your light becomes a flame, naturally then the two become drawn together because already there's the dynamism of this polarity sparked off. And then you have the dynamism of the primary expression between masculine energy and feminine energy. Whether that's in a man and a man, a woman and a woman, or a man and a woman is irrelevant, because every human has a primary seating of masculine or feminine energy. There's a dominant quality. And it's the polarity of those dominant qualities then draw to each other. It is, interestingly, also why we are facing so many challenges in the world, because the balance of polarity has been skewed dramatically. And there's a lot of confusion around that dance and the play of masculine and feminine energies. Suffice to say, however, you are going to be aware of that in yourself, whether you're a man or a woman. Connect to your primary state of energy. If you primarily are occupying and expressing the masculine energy, then own that, be with that. And is your partner primarily then relaxing into the feminine expression of energy? If they are not, and you have two masculine energies, it's not going to work. There's going to be a dullness. There is not going to be as much dynamism. And at some point, conflict arises. So that's the second point, is to recognize in your own presence, are you really seated in your masculine or feminine energy? That doesn't mean you ignore its polarity within you, but it does mean that for the union to really be alight, to be ignited in its greatest possible blaze, that polarity needs to be present. Sex and conception and sexuality, it doesn't happen without that polarity. So then from there, as each individual and in that partnering is really in presence, in poise, open, authentic, in the dance of a particular quality, masculine, feminine, wow, this magnetism occurs. And the magnetism will make itself known. It might be, oh, beloved, your fragrance. Oh, beloved, your fragrance. Or it might be, oh, beloved, the light in your eyes. Or it might be, oh, my dear, the softness of your form. Oh, my dear, the power, the firmness of your form. Wow!
All of the above.
Right.
Yeah.
But you see, the point is, if we come in that anchored, surrendered, open state first, those qualities, the essence of our being is free to take on its own dynamic expression and dance and discovery, to draw us in to that magnetic swirling and intertwining of being. And then really, do we so much need the textbooks of, oh, do this and exercise, this practice and that practice and start here and start there? Actually, no, we don't really need that. Can it add something to it? Of course, sometimes it can. We learn various techniques which point to certain qualities of our physiology and balancing of energies or stimulating of energies. But if you don't have these three primary qualities of presence engaged, really all of that textbook stuff and the more rote or mechanical side to what sex, sexuality and tantra might mean or could look like, is just going to remain that. It's just going to remain kind of dry information.
Book learning, yeah.
Yeah, there's no lubrication in that.
Excellent analogy. Beautiful.